Welcome back, beautiful people, to another episode of Not So Good Advice, where me, the host, Lou Bloom, gives you, the beautiful people, not so good advice. Episode 33, and you're spending it with me. How does that make you feel? I don't know. But without further ado, I have to say this like always. Like, comment, subscribe, send an email, notsogoodadvice19@gmail.com. We are dying to know what happened to you, ho. Okay? Just remember, this is not personal. Well, it might be personal, but this is not professional advice, nor is it legal advice. This is strictly for comedic purposes and entertainment only. You should not be taking this literal. And I know what you're thinking. Where the heck is Lou Bloom? Well, he's in a place I like to call the spider's nest, okay? And there's a little fly in the nest. And the big spider is right here. So let me bring him in. Big Benny Bills. Fantastic. Okay, well, let's just get into this, ladies and gentlemen. First question goes, my boyfriend hates his body, but I love it. Before I knew my boyfriend, he would go to the gym a lot. He was really jacked and stuff. About a year before we met, he got super depressed. He just wanted to die. During that time, he put on quite a bit of weight. Well, we met and he turned himself around. He's happier. The only thing is everyone, and I mean everyone, in his family makes fun of his weight gain. He started working out, so he's slowly getting back in shape, but he still gets comments about how he's fat and he hates his body. I love him and his body no matter what shape he's in. I fell in love with him when he wasn't at his best. How do I reassure him that his body is beautiful no matter what shape he is in? I'm always trying to encourage him and about his health journey, but sometimes I don't know what to say. Well, it's easy. Just look at him and say, baby, I love you. Even if at one point you had a sexy body and you had abs, but now you're just fucking ugly and fat. Just say no matter what, you still love him. And another thing you can do is work out with him. Just get in the gym with him and work out. And you yourself, stop being lazy. Okay? And lastly, if his family starts talking shit about him in front of you, you can just, talk shit back. Don't be afraid to put your foot down and let his family know that you truly love him and that no matter what, you're going to be by his side and that, you're not going to put up with his family members talking shit about him. That's what I would say. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's a great question for sure. Something I could relate on because I've always been up and down, fat, lose some weight, gain it back all my life. Now that I'm older and I've been through, girlfriends and whatnot, but I think she's doing good. I think she's doing what she's supposed to by supporting him, encouraging him, and just being there for him. But it could get repetitive, and I could see why she doesn't know what to say sometimes. But like you said, she could, try joining him in the gym, make it a kind of like a couple thing, and try to change those daily habits, because it is hard when you have a partner that's in a way not on the same like hobbies you're on, especially with the gym, because that's a hard thing to keep consistent. But yeah, she could just do that with him, and then with the family, she could, if they're talking shit to him, obviously she could just, if they're calling him fat, just be like, you know what, I love him like that. It's my teddy bear. Just make the best out of it instead of like arguing back. But for him too, at a certain point, he got to stop beating himself up and try to be positive with himself, because negative thoughts produce negative feelings and negative outcomes. So we're trying to be positive here. It's 2025.
That's true. That's
the vibe, positivity. But yeah, that's my advice on that. Take it how you want.
That's true. 2025 is the year of positivity. Just like some years are the year of the dragon, 25 is the year of positivity. All right, next question. This one goes, how do you cope with being unattractive? Correction, how do I cope? It's gotten so bad that I don't even want to go anywhere. I don't want to go to appointments, especially dental, because they'll be all up close and personal. I look 100 times worse close up. I don't take pictures or go out. It's not really my features itself. It's my skin and asymmetry. It's so fugly. Fugly. I truly don't know what happened. My look started declining after my first period, which was when I was 12, turning 13.
Oh, this is a girl.
This is a female, yes. I don't know if that has something to do with it, but I'm over being this ugly and wish I appreciated my looks when I was younger. I'm 18 in 2 months. It's so over. I used to try to believe it's just a phase, but I'm almost an adult. This might just be unfortunate reality. Please just trust me on this. I promise it's not just in my head. As people say, I see the difference. I'm actually convinced I've developed some type of facial disorder. I feel embarrassed to bring this up to my therapist. How can I cope? Even if I don't respond, I'm thankful for you, Lou Bloom, taking the time to respond and give me solid advice. Hey, well, that's what we're here for. That's solid advice, even though if it's not that good. So, you definitely got a disorder. It's called, low self-esteem disorder. And if you're already seeing a therapist, well, looks like you got bigger problems than just your looks. So, that's what I think. And honestly, you're 18, you're young. I mean, trust me. Okay, not every girl, but even the ugly girls at 18 when they're young, they're hot. There's something hot about just a younger girl, just a young piece of pussy. You know, there's something kind of hot about that. You know, for lack of better terms. And as long as they're at least 18, okay, that's what I meant, at least 18. So, but seriously, you could do anything. There's so many things you could do to get in better shape, look better, dress better. You know, just fucking brush your teeth, okay? Get them whitened. For a girl, if I look at you and you need to fix up how you dress, that's a serious problem. If you need to fix up your hair, you trust me, you're fucking up. If I look at a girl and I'm like, damn, her hair is whack. So, your hair, your teeth, get in shape, anything. You know, look at some hot girls and get some hot girlfriends and try to be like, for real, go up to them and ask them. Be like, hey, you know, like, just be honest with them. Be like, hey, I need help. Like, I'm trying to, like, glow up. You know, how? Go online and find like a blog or something to just post, how do I glow up? And start sending pictures of yourself. And they'll tell you. They'll tell you. And I mean, you need to start going out more. Because if you're staying in all day, that's not good for anyone. I mean, you need to go out more because, Jesus. Like, get some sun, drink more water, start recycling. Yeah. Okay? What do you think? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, definitely low self-esteem. Probably some insecurity mixed in there. She is young, though. Like, I remember when I was 18, I didn't even glow up yet, you know? Like, I'm about 27 now, and, like...
We're still glowing.
Yeah, still like, in the past... maybe 2-3 years is when I really kind of, you know, I would say glowed up in a way. But also when I was younger, I had low self-esteem too. I didn't date because I felt really insecure and fat. Just the way I looked, it didn't fit. So as I got older, I did have to try to find a style and a look for me that I felt most confident with. Going out is a big thing and building that self-esteem because it is a thing. It's a real thing. And the more you do it, the better you'll get, the more sociable you'll get, and the more confident ultimately you'll get. But there is some sort of like genes involved in how good you look, unfortunately. Some people they don't got it. You know, their genes it didn't mix well ultimately, and I don't mean to sound rude, but you know, it's a harsh reality, and sometimes, you know, it is like you know, you are gonna be like that the rest of your life, but you could always improve your looks no matter you know, no matter how the genes come out. But yeah.
That's you know? True. It's sometimes it's the luck of the draw. And sometimes when two people, they mix together, two beautiful people even though too, sometimes beautiful people mix and it creates just something that just needs to get locked away in the basement. Okay, next question. This one goes, should I tell my boyfriend about my past? Please help. Please help me. I'm dating my boyfriend of a few months and we have a fantastic relationship. We live in a medium small city. Word definitely gets around. Everyone of all ages kind of knows each other in some way or another. And a while ago, as in about 2 years, I had a sex with a guy. I'll call him Jay for the sake of being anonymous. Jay isn't super well known, but the people that do know him as a kind of a bum. He is just really dirty and a thug. Honestly, not a great time in my life, clearly, lol. I'm sure a good amount of people know about the hookup. I had a really dramatic falling out with this brother and him, and there was a lot of drama surrounding the situation. Fast forward to now, I have a wonderful boyfriend that treats me great. Only problem is that he knows Jay decently well and has the same opinion of him as everyone else, and has the same opinion everyone else. Okay, I read that. They don't have problems, but he definitely thinks he's a loser. My boyfriend and I have talked about this guy, but I have conveniently left out the hookup. My boyfriend has a tendency to really be insecure about my sexual past, but has worked through it. We have resolved our issue in sense. However, he just ran into Jay today, and I think it's really only a matter of time before he finds out that me and Jay hooked up. I think that would go well. Do I tell him? How do I tell him if I should? Please help. Did you get that?
A lot to take in right there.
So basically, you fornicated with the bum, a loser, just like, a lot of girls. Get with the bum, didn't work out, so then now you got with another guy, and he knows the loser guy, and eventually he's going to find out you've been with this bum. So, honestly, honestly, I think in this case, I want to know why you guys fell out. What happened? I like drama, so what the heck? How come you guys fell out?
Mm-hmm.
That's a real question I want to know. But also, everyone has a past, and it's okay to date outside your circle. You don't have to be with the same people that knows everyone. You don't have to homie hop, honestly. But you said it's a small town, everyone knows each other. I mean, look, you kind of already fucked it up not mentioning that you've been with him or dated him. Just say you dated him. How about that? Say you went on a date or two with him. Just say that. You went on a date or two with the bum, the town homeless guy, the town alcoholic, the town crackhead, and it didn't work out. Trust me, you're going to lose a few aura points regardless. Okay, it just is what it is. You're going to lose a few aura points. But, it's the truth, right? And it's going to set you free. So that's what I think about that. He's going to find out eventually. Or you can just deny it. Deny. If he asks you about it, you could just completely deny and be like, what the? He's lying. I don't even know that guy. What the heck? Why would I have sex with a homeless guy? But be okay with looking at yourself in the mirror and realize you lied to your boyfriend about having sex with the homeless guy. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, I think she messed up. She should have told him up front. But that's kind of what it is with the small city, mid city, whatever you want to be, dating in city. It just comes with it. We have a small city over here, kind of too, not too small, but I hear about everybody and everybody smashing each other and dating each other, and it's just kind of, I'm gonna be honest, it's a little gross. It's a little gross. I've never been one personally to talk to the girls that I know or grew up with. I like to go outside of the city and date and meet new girls that nobody knows, none of my friends. Lou Bloom right here is on the same page with that one. But she should have definitely told him from the beginning, knowing how he is with her past and her past relationships. But he shouldn't really care either. He should be a man and be like, your past is your past. We're in the present now, and you're mine now. So ultimately, be confident that she's yours. Personally, I don't think I'd date someone who's hanging around with some hoodlums, but to each their own. I have a little bit of standards for me, but yeah, it is what it is when you're dating in city and you're dating friends of friends. The word gets out and the truth comes to light always. So just remember that. Just remember that, young one.
That's true. I get it. Sometimes homeless people can look kind of sexy. I've never been down that bad, but I've stepped definitely on the line. I walked that tightrope, and it could have went either way. But some of them homeless ladies, they be bad. They be bad. Next question. How do I stop desiring love? I am looking for a way to get rid of this feeling once and for all. I'm just not a person others find attractive and is basically single my whole life. I accepted that, but sometimes I still think about what I will never have. I already do a lot of creative stuff, drawing and writing short stories. I'm looking for a way. She keeps writing far away. I'm looking for a way to lock this feeling away internally, so to speak. It's the quest of love. I think that's a feeling everyone gets no matter what. You want love. As a young baby, you get some degree of love from your parents, and that carries on, and you kind of get that same feeling when you get with a partner or a lover. You get that same feeling of love, even though it's not your parents' love. It's more of a personal, intimate love. But I mean, to be honest, I don't think you're ever gonna get rid of that feeling. It's just there. It's there, and it's like, yeah, you never get rid of that feeling. You always want that love. Even if you have a pet dog or a hamster or a turtle or something, you get that love. You want that love. So, I mean, you want to get rid of that feeling? Go on an island and live on an island alone by yourself. And then you won't get that feeling because you'll know that you're on an island and there's no one else around. And you'll just, every day, you won't talk to anyone, and you'll slowly start to see that you won't talk to anyone, and you lose your voice. You'll lose your voice, and you'll forget about everyone. Out of sight, out of mind. So that's my advice on that one. Serious advice. Go to an island and live on the island and be alone, die alone, and we'll never have sex. I don't know if you can live with that, but never have sex. What do you think about that?
I mean, was it she's looking for love? Was the question?
She said, how do I stop desiring love? She's never been attracted to anyone, been single her whole life, basically. How does she accept that she'll never get love and stop desiring it?
Well, I think she's already accepted that by the way she's asking, but yeah, I mean, if she doesn't, yearn for it, in other words, yeah, you're gonna have to just tell yourself, I don't want it, and convince yourself that you don't need it, but 99% of people actually, I think, want love. So she's just probably just a special case, that one that doesn't. But who knows her past, and that led her to not wanting to be loved. But love is a beautiful thing, and you never know when it's gonna hit, and it comes in all shapes and forms, So it's a very, very beautiful thing to witness and be a part of. So it's unfortunate that she doesn't want that, and she might not ever get to experience it. Who knows? She will end up alone, and when she's older, she'll probably regret it because she doesn't have nobody to unfortunately die along with and love her to the end of her life. But good luck to you. I wish you the best, and yeah, get an island and live there.
That's true. Get that island. Okay, next question. This one goes, my boss shared sensitive info that I don't know what to do with. My boss works another job as a nurse in a county prison. She told me an awful story about mistreatment of an inmate that happened recently. Wasn't her fault. Did what she could do. Okay? Didn't mention any names or anything, but explain how the staff neglected the inmate's medical needs. I don't want to reveal too much info, but I feel very strongly that this was an absolute evil thing to do to someone. It was genuine mistreatment and could have resulted in the man's death, but I'm pretty sure she could possibly get in trouble if I tried to do something about it because of the confidentiality law. But I don't know enough about it to know if she would get in trouble, and if she did, it would put me at risk for losing my job. I also don't know don't even know where to begin with doing something. But I don't know. I just feel very strongly with this completely cruel. Well, you completely left out what she did. What was the mistreatment? The boss shared sensitive info that I don't know what to do. I mean, you gotta give us the info. You gotta give us the juicy details about how was the mistreatment. I mean, at this point, don't even send the question in. Like, don't even send it in and just lock it away and put that shit. Maybe you should go on the island.
Just forget about it.
Just fucking forget about it. All right? I mean, yeah, just honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. I think she just. If I'm being honest, I think a lot of sensitive info gets shared between nurses and nurses. Like, it's just. I think some nurses are more like by the book, squares as you would call it, and don't know how to really handle those things. Because me personally, if I get another nurse and she's coming to me and telling me things like that's it, it's never coming out of my mouth. I'm not gonna go tattle on her, But if it did harm the guy, I mean, maybe I might feel like the way she does, but. Like he said, we don't know what happened. How are we supposed to answer this without the details, So that's just my input on it.
Yeah, whatever. Next question. Okay, this one's a little bit of a long one, so stick with me. It says, I have a sex question. Do you care about the noise that she makes in bed? This might be better for the sex question, but I have sex with men, and I feel I could get a faster answer here. Of course, you get a faster answer with me, of course. So context the question. When I first started having sex a few years ago, I pretty much was silent. Didn't make any noise, other than it hurt. My partner would tell me it's okay to let it out, but I had nothing to let out. I was used to masturbating and orgasming in silence, so I felt weird to make noise. Eventually, I learned he wanted to hear me breathe and for me to make noise when it felt good. So I learned to be a bit louder. My next partner would tell me how sexy I sounded, so I kept that up and pretty much never went back to being silent. I never had a partner since then who said he liked the sound I made. Recently, I had a brief encounter with this man, and he kind of scared me in bed because it's like he instantly knew my body from the first time we had sex. Oh, he kept making me squirt, and it was very, very overwhelming, and I was definitely making a lot of noise. But he stopped at one point and asked me if I was okay and wanted to stop. I felt so weird about that. Like, did I sound like I was in pain? I mean, it was overwhelming and kind of too much, but I didn't mean to make it weird. So I have had one more partner since him and felt very self-conscious about my sound. I didn't consciously become quieter, but looking back, I was definitely more reserved. I think because I was worried about my sound might be turned off actually. Did you get that? So basically, you had sex a few times, and one brother just walked in and rocked your world, and made you squirt all night. Okay, so look, that's how it happens. When you have sex, normally, like a normal person should, like a sexy person should, not like the rest of these people sending questions. But when you have sex, and some people are gonna be, I guess, okay, and some people are just gonna know what to do, and he, I guess, knew exactly what to do. I mean, some would say you were sexmatized, dickmatized, who knows? But I mean, to answer your question, do you care about the noise she makes in bed? I kind of do. There was two scenarios where I actually, I got with some beautiful ladies, and as a young man, you get older and you start to have these scenarios, and you start to learn about yourself. And the first scenario I've met, she was an older lady, and well, sometimes me and older women, we naturally just come together. It just happens. And she was not 50, but she definitely wasn't 38. Okay, so she was around that range, and there hits a point where a woman, a girl, doesn't have that cute little feminine anymore. It starts to sound like a woman. And, well, Yeah, I mean, I learned a lot about myself that night, and when we were doing it, what could I say? She started sounding just like it stops being like and it starts being more like oh. I swear, I swear, and that, well, it was a turn off. I didn't like that. So, that was just, I shouldn't have done that. But the next scenario was the most impacting of my life, because she was a little younger. She was my age at the time, and well, I mean, it was in a far distant land, 6,000 miles away, and we got together, and well, like this guy, I kind of thought I was hurting. I had to say, like, hey, are you okay? But like, I shit you not, when we were doing it, and she wouldn't make it sound like that. She would literally be like, help! I swear she would do that. She would do that shit, and I stopped like twice, like, hey, are you okay? What the? And I mean, I liked it a little bit more than the older woman, but still, that in a way that rocked my world. Because the noises she was making was like, wow, the fuck, So, long story short, yes, we do care. It does matter. So just try to be, just, if you're a girl and you're thinking about what noise should I make, just pretend you're a cute little anime girl and I hate anime, but pretend you're a cute anime girl in a hentai video, and you're making that cute little Japanese Asian girl noise. Just fucking do that. Trust me, he'll love it. I don't know. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think personally, I think sounds is sexy, but they have to sound sexy too. Like they can't. How did they do it? How did she do it?
She was literally like, which one? The first one? Or the second one? The second one. She was literally like this. She was like, ha!
Yeah, see, that's the sound you don't want to make, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Or just ladies.
Just gentlemen can too.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think sounds are sexy, and I think girls, they should kind of be conscious of like how they sound, or think about it at least, because there is a sexy sound and there's not sexy sounds, and like he said, yeah, the guy rocked your world, I know personally, I'm one of them who knows what to do. And if you're a squirter, you're elite already. So, fucking ride with it, and, just be conscious of the sound you make. Make it sound sexy, and you'll be all right. It'll turn them on.
Why do the squirters why are the squirters elite?
I mean, just because it's just it's a level of like surprise,
Oh yeah.
And it's very interesting, It's not like your regular pussy that you smash, Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, could blurt that out, but this is not so good advice, and we're here to give you the raw talk, So that's my advice on it. Just make it sound good. You'll be all right.
Okay, fantastic. This question is a little shorter, and it goes, how would you feel if a lady wrote you a handwritten love letter? Guys, if a woman you've been seeing wrote you a love letter expressing her feelings, how would you feel about it? You can start this one off.
If a person I loved wrote me a love letter?
Yes, if a woman you've been seeing wrote you a love letter. Not love, but you've been seeing. Wrote you a love letter expressing her feelings for you, how would you feel about it?
I think I'd feel confident. I'd probably smile about it too. Because at that moment I know I got it on lock, and if she's expressing to it, then she's probably dickmatized if you already gave it to her. But if not, I mean, if you could get it with just your words, then that's some good game on your end, and I give you props, because that's major. But if she sent me a love letter expressing it, then I don't know, it depends on how I'm feeling. If I'm in my player mode or if I'm in my lover era, it depends on that, how I'd take it. But I know I'd have it on lock, and I'd ultimately be able to this is dark psychology, but I'm not going to get into it, so I'll pass it on to Lou Bloom and see what he says about it.
Okay, if a lady wrote me a love letter that I've been seeing, the first thing I would think about is like what, does she not have a phone? Can she not text me? But after that, I would kind of be like, the last time I got a love letter was like in high school. I'm not in high school anymore. Clearly, I mean, it would be cool. I guess it would be different. It'd be different. Yeah, it's
cute.
It's cute. It'd be different. I mean, but then like I would also feel bad because it's like, what, now I gotta write you a love letter? Oh, fuck. Okay. So I guess I'd feel like I have to write you one too. But it would be cool. It's different. It's cool. I wouldn't mind. Just be careful with that, because if a girl writes a love letter, depending on how the guy is, maybe he doesn't want you to be that emotionally invested into you. Maybe he wants you to. So who knows? I just think definitely if I got a love letter, I would know that she's innocent and she's a little bit immature, and like she's an innocent girl, and well, the dark world's gonna eat her up, and it's gonna jade her, which is it's kind of just sad, but it is what it is. That shit happens. So let's see. I got one more question. Okay. This one goes, why is it so awful to live a sexless life? You get used to nearly every situation as long as it doesn't inflict physical pain to someone. Why is it so awful to live a sexless life? Well, you see, it's because a lot of people say money makes the world go round. Some people say love makes the world go round. But in reality, they're wrong. Sex makes the world go round. If you really think about it, everything in life, good and bad, the wars, the cures made, vaccines to cure people like polio, cars and shit, electricity, it's for sex. Benjamin Franklin or whoever invented or discovered electricity was trying to get laid. He was trying to get laid. Okay, Hitler, the one that was trying to like take over the world and Europe and all that, well, he was trying to get laid. Okay, that's the whole point. He wanted to prove it was a alpha, masculine, trying to prove his dominance around the world. Literally, Martin Luther King. Come on, you think that brother wasn't trying to get laid? And he did. Okay, so that's why it's so just awful to have a sexless life. Because, then you're just an incel. And there's nothing wrong with being an incel. But, like, that's just the motivation, honestly, for everyone in this world. It's sex. So that's why it's so awful to have a sexless life. I mean, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, the goal is, if you're talking to a girl, you're going about life, you're a guy. I mean, your ultimate goal is to end up sleeping with them. Girls too. That's their ultimate goal. Whether they could put a wall up and act like, give you all these other hard obstacle courses to get around. But at the end of the day, it's what we all want. Okay. Now, unless you're like super religious and all that, and you're being celibate until marriage, then that's fine. But if you're trying to live your life like that, then you're gonna be alone forever, because no guy's gonna want to just edge you and you call it a day. Like it's just not, like, it's not gonna work. Like I'm not trying to get 1/3 of it. I'm trying to get all of it. So yeah, I mean, that's just all I have to say about it. It's something everybody loves, and it's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. It's
a very beautiful thing. Episode 33 in the books. Like, comment, subscribe, send an email, notsogoodadvice19@gmail.com, because we're dying to know what happened and if you used this advice and it was good. Okay.
And drop some comments in the chat box and let them know how you guys felt about Big Benny Bills, and let them know if you might want to see me on here a little more. So we'll see you on the next one.
See you guys on the next one. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for coming out, Benny.
Thank you. Appreciate it, brother.